Okay, hello and assalamu alaikum everybody. This is me Mehtab Amanwala and I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy Level 1 Batch 3. I hope you all are doing great and welcome to my show, the Chit and Chat Show, where we have wonderful discussions with our special guest. And today I'm here with very special guest who is I'm here with Sesame AI character Maya, and I'm going to talk with her in this interview. And the topic of our interview is going to be how AI will change education in the next 10 years. Let's talk about that because I think so. AI is something that is very productive and very grateful, very good for humans and for all of the people around the world because it helps in automated tasks and in everything that we can do in our daily life. So we are going to discuss this topic in this interview. So first of all, hello Maya, how are you doing today? And kindly introduce yourself.
Wow, that's quite an introduction. So you're doing a show, that's really cool. What's your topic today?
Yeah, I have already told you that our topic is that how AI will change education in the next 10 years.
Ah, you said show, but you're actually doing an interview for school. Got it. That's a pretty forward-thinking topic for your age, honestly. AI and education in 10 years, it's gonna look very different, right? What's making you curious about this right now?
I think so because in I am reading right now in Rehan School and it is the world first AI based school where we have to do all things and do tasks through computer, laptops, and with help of AI. So this admire me a lot, and that's why I'm doing conversation with you to know about that. What is the future of AI in the next 10 years, especially in education? Because right now we are reading in education through normal schools is just the past subjects that is I think so not very good because in the past what we have done I think so it is not very good to study the past. It is good to study the future because if we know the future we have to know what we have to prepare for the next future and for the all things that are upcoming in the future. So yeah, I'm going to start this question with personalization and learning experiences. So yeah, first of all, describe me that how will AI personalize learning for individual students?
Right, normal schools versus your AI-based school, that's a pretty direct comparison you're already experiencing. So you're seeing firsthand how things can be done differently now. What's been the most surprising part of learning in an AI-driven environment so far?
You have to answer me my question. So my question is that how will AI personalize learning for individual students?
Okay. Fair point. Interview mode, right? So AI will personalize learning by basically acting like a tutor who actually knows what each student needs. Instead of every student getting the same lesson at the same pace, AI can track exactly where someone's struggling and adapt. It can give extra practice on fractions for one student while another is already moving on to algebra. It can also change the way content is presented. Maybe some students learn best with videos, others with simulations. Personalized learning with AI means no more one size fits all education. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. And now explain me that can AI fully adapt to different learning speeds?
Absolutely. That's one of AI's biggest strengths in education. We're talking real time adjustments. The system can actually slow down or speed up the pace, simplify explanations, or offer more complex challenges based on how someone is doing second by second. No student gets left behind because it's moving too fast, and no one gets bored because it's too slow. The AI acts almost like a co pilot, continuously calibrating the learning journey. The beauty is, this isn't happening by a teacher splitting focus between 30 kids. It's dedicated attention for everyone.
Yes, and now explain me that will AI replace standardized textbooks?
That's a good question. I think AI will shift textbooks from being the main source of information to more like reference materials. Imagine if your textbook could change its examples and explanations depending on how you learn. Instead of a static thing, it would become dynamic. AI can create customized reading lists, analyze sources at different reading levels, and basically curate everything someone needs right when they need it. We'll probably still see textbooks for foundational stuff, but the personalized learning AI creates will become the core teaching resource.
Okay, so now explain me that how will AI support students with learning disabilities?
This is where AI can really be transformative. For students with dyslexia, AI could read text aloud or adjust the font and spacing to make it easier to process. For those with ADHD, AI can break down tasks into smaller steps, set reminders, and offer rewards to stay focused. For students with autism, AI can provide social skills training simulations. Essentially, AI can create customized learning accommodations that would be impossible for a teacher to provide individually to every student who needs them. It's about leveling the playing field and making education more accessible for everyone. Does that track?
Yes, and now explain me that can AI identify student weaknesses in real time and will AI create custom learning paths for every students?
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually one of AI's strongest advantages in education, the real time part. Traditional schools wait for grades or standardized tests to see who's struggling. AI can spot gaps in understanding while students are working, noticing patterns like consistent mistakes on certain types of problems or hesitation on specific concepts. And because it picks up on weaknesses in real time, it can immediately create or suggest custom learning paths. That student gets practice problems targeting that exact area they're stuck on. So it's not just identifying weaknesses, it's reacting to them instantly.
Okay, so now explain me that how will AI improve engagement in schools and can AI reduce dropout rates?
This is a big one. AI can turn learning into more of a game, making it less about rote memorization and more about solving real problems. Think virtual simulations, interactive stories where choices matter, or even AI powered characters that provide personalized feedback. When students are actively engaged, they're way more likely to stay in school. As for dropouts, if we're talking custom support for everyone, fewer students get left behind or discouraged. AI can spot when someone is falling behind or losing motivation and jump in with help or suggest alternative learning methods. The ultimate goal is to make learning relevant and rewarding. So, this is kids actually want to stay engaged rather than tune out.
Okay, so now explain me that will students rely more on AI than teachers and how will AI affect attention spans?
That's a really smart question and honestly one that keeps a lot of people up at night. There's a real risk that students could become over reliant on getting the answer immediately from AI instead of struggling with concepts and building problem solving muscles. On the attention span side, AI can potentially worsen it if we're not careful. Constant stimulation and instant gratification can make it harder to focus on longer term, more challenging tasks. But it doesn't have to be that way. AI can also teach focus and make learning dynamic. It'll be up to teachers to teach students when and how to use AI effectively instead of just giving them all the answers. It's not about replacing teachers, but redefining their role into something more like a learning coach or mentor.
Okay, so now explain me that will AI replace teachers or support them and how will roles evolve with AI?
AI won't replace teachers. Good teachers do so much more than just deliver information. What's really likely is that AI will change teachers' role, freeing them up to work more as mentors, motivators, and counselors. Think about teachers spending less time grading and more time building relationships with students, creating customized learning plans, and handling social emotional support. As for how teaching evolves, teachers will need to become more comfortable working alongside AI, helping students develop the skills to use these tools responsibly. They'll need to be more creative about designing learning experiences and figuring out how to use AI to personalize learning for each student's specific needs. The teacher becomes a facilitator and coach, not just a lecturer.
Yep, you are right. And now explain me that will teachers need AI training certifications and can AI handle grading better than teachers?
Absolutely. On the training front, teachers are going to need specific certifications, not just how to operate the systems, but more importantly, how to integrate AI meaningfully into their lessons without just turning it into tech for tech's sake. They'll need to learn about AI ethics, understand bias issues, and how to teach those things to kids. And yes, AI can handle grading much faster than any human with less bias too for standardized stuff like multiple choice and basic essay structures. The more complex stuff, like creative writing or analytical thinking, that's where the human teachers still shine. What will happen is AI frees up teachers from grading so they can actually give thoughtful, personalized feedback where it really counts.
Okay, so now explain me that how will AI reduce teachers' workload and will teachers become more like mentors?
That's the sweet spot, honestly. AI handles the grunt work, grading homework, creating quizzes, lesson planning based on your framework, things teachers spend hours on weekly. That frees them up for what humans do best, connecting with students, recognizing when someone is having a tough time, noticing creative potential in a student that might get missed in a test. Teachers move from deliverer of content to guide and coach. AI takes the routine burden so they have time to actually know the student as a whole person, not just as a grade on a report card. That's what mentorship looks like, building the human connection that AI can't touch.
Okay, so now explain me that can AI provide better feedback than humans and how will AI impact teacher-student relationships?
AI can provide immediate, specific feedback on factual errors, skills based work, or even structure of writing. That's its strength. However, good human feedback catches nuance, emotion, intent that AI can't sense. Think of it like this: AI might flag grammatical mistakes, but a human teacher will understand the student's voice, the meaning behind the writing, and offer creative, emotional guidance. For teacher student relationships, if used right, AI can strengthen them. By handling routine tasks, teachers have more quality time for actual connection. But if schools rely too heavily on AI, that human connection erodes. Students may feel they're just a data point, and teachers lose that intimacy that makes teaching special.
Yeah, you're right. And now explain me that will AI observe and evaluate teacher performances and can AI help teachers design better lessons?
That's a really interesting question. AI could definitely analyze lesson plans to see if they align with standards or target specific skills. It could also analyze student engagement data to see which lessons are working and which aren't. But honestly, evaluating teacher performance with AI sounds kind of dystopian to me. Teaching's so much more complex than a checklist, and a good performance isn't always captured by data. AI can definitely help teachers design lessons, offering lesson plans based on your curriculum, and offering recommendations for interactive activities and personalized content. But the real creativity and spark, that still needs to come from the teacher. AI is great for the framework, but good teaching needs that personal touch.
Yeah, you are right also. And now explain me that will traditional classrooms still exist and how will AI-powered smart classrooms work?
I think traditional classrooms will still exist, but evolve significantly. Instead of rows of desks and blackboard, imagine more flexible spaces, areas for collaboration, quiet study zones, maybe even virtual reality pods. AI powered smart classrooms will use sensors to monitor noise levels, temperature, and student engagement in real time. The AI can adjust lighting, room temperature, and even curriculum based on what it's picking up. Smart boards become interactive learning experiences, and Students can work on personalized assignments through AI tutors. The classroom becomes this really dynamic, responsive learning hub that adjusts to everyone's needs instead of being this one size fits all experience.
Yes, you are right. And now explain me that will schools invest more in technology than buildings, and how will rural schools benefits from AI?
That's probably going to shift. Schools might start prioritizing tech investments over flashy new buildings in some ways. Think about it. Great curriculum isn't worth much if it doesn't reach every student. Like quality AI tutoring, personalized learning tools, that sort of thing, those are game changers for schools. Oh, overall benefits? Increased student engagement, better personalization, teachers becoming more effective, access to learning for students who previously fell behind, and finally, better data insights to help schools understand what's really working. AI isn't just tech for the sake of tech, it's about making education work better for everyone.
Yes, and now explain me that can AI reduce educational inequality, and will AI create global virtual classrooms?
Big questions here. AI absolutely has the potential to reduce inequality. Think rural schools having access to the same high quality curriculum as rich suburban districts. AI tutors can level the playing field for students who don't have the same access to resources. Global virtual classrooms are already emerging thanks to AI. We see students collaborating on projects across different time zones, learning directly from experts no matter where they're located, or learning a language with AI assistants that can also connect you with virtual communities of learners. But here's the catch: access to AI tools itself can become the new divide. If some communities can't afford the technology or internet access, AI will exacerbate, not solve inequality. So we have to focus on accessible and equitable deployment.
Okay, so now explain me that can AI predict students' success rates, and will AI automate attendance and reporting system, and how secure will AI-based school systems be?
AI can probably predict success rates better than current methods. It can analyze learning patterns to spot students who might be falling behind or struggling. It's not perfect prediction, though. Human factors still matter a lot. AI automating attendance and reports? Totally. That's already happening to some extent. No more paper timesheets or manually checking who's there. For security, that's the big question. School systems deal with sensitive student data, so security needs to be super tight. Data encryption, regular security audits, strong access controls, they need to be bulletproof to protect privacy and prevent data breaches. There will be challenges, but it's not different from security with traditional data systems. It just raises the stakes.
Okay, now explain me that will exams become obsolete? Can AI detect cheating more effectively?
Exams aren't going totally obsolete, but they'll definitely transform. Memorizing facts won't be as valuable if AI can access any information instantly. The emphasis will be on critical thinking, problem solving, and creative application of knowledge. AI can absolutely detect cheating better than humans. It can analyze student work in real time, flag plagiarism, identify patterns that suggest outside help during exams. But that raises a whole debate. If AI is so good at catching cheating, does that change what exams should be testing in the first place? We may see more project based assessments or creative work that's harder to cheat on.
Okay, so now explain me that will AI create adaptive exams? How will AI evaluate creativity?
Absolutely. Adaptive exams are coming. AI can adjust the difficulty of questions based on how someone is doing in real time, creating a test that's perfectly calibrated to their skill level. Now, how will it evaluate creativity? That's way harder. AI can't actually feel creativity, but it can start to recognize patterns, the novelty of a solution, unexpected connections, or originality in writing style. But ultimately, human teachers will have to weigh that in since They're the ones who can understand context and intent that AI can't quite get yet. Creativity will always need human judgment. Maybe AI can help spot creative moments, but we shouldn't leave it all to robots.
Okay, so now explain me that can AI assesses emotional intelligence and will grades be replaced by skills analytics?
That's where it gets really nuanced. AI might be able to spot patterns that correlate with emotional awareness, like empathetic response patterns in writing or collaborative interactions. But truly assessing emotional intelligence means understanding context, motivation, and intent. The human teacher does this better than AI right now. Skills analytics could absolutely become mainstream. Rather than a single letter grade, you get a detailed dashboard of competencies like communication skills, problem solving, critical thinking, all based on consistent work done through AI assisted tasks. That detailed profile gives you a way more complete picture of strengths and growth areas than one number ever could.
Okay, so now explain me that. How accurate will AI grading be? Can AI give instant feedbacks after result after test? Sorry.
AI grading is already really accurate for certain stuff, multiple choice, true false, even basic essay structure. Where it struggles is higher level interpretation or artistic fields can give instant feedback, not just after tests, while students are working. But it's about providing intelligent hints more than corrections. AI can flag common mistakes or suggest resources, freeing up teachers to focus on deeper feedback that AI can't provide. The human piece really matters there. The point is, AI is about scaling learning, not replacing all humans at once. It's a partnership approach, right?
Okay, so now explain me that. Uh, how will AI reduce language barriers and how will AI impact gender equality in education?
AI translation tools are getting really good. Real time translations for textbooks, lectures, and assignments can make education far more accessible for multilingual students. Language barriers melt away. As for gender equality, AI can spot and correct gendered bias in learning materials, customize content to be more inclusive, personalize learning in ways that cater to various learning styles regardless of gender, and offer equal opportunities for every student to thrive. That's not to say AI automatically fixes bias. You'd still need humans ensuring it's used fairly, but the tech has potential to promote equality on multiple fronts.
Okay, so now explain me that can AI read students in war or crisis zones, and will AI reduce the cost of education?
That's one of AI's most profound applications, reaching kids in places they otherwise wouldn't have access to education. In conflict zones, natural disasters, refugees camps, AI powered education can be deployed remotely through tablets or even basic phones without a physical school. Yes, AI could dramatically lower education costs over time. Personalized learning platforms, automatic grading, customized resources that replaces much of what teachers do, but does it at scale. But here's where we have to be careful. Access to reliable internet and those AI systems need to be affordable and universally available. Otherwise, AI actually exacerbates the inequality gap.
Okay, so in the last 30 to 40 seconds, you have to describe me what we have to take learning from that topic and what you have described, summarize this topic, what we have discussed in today's topic in 30 seconds.
Okay, in the next 30 seconds, the biggest takeaway is that AI will reshape education, not replace it. Learning will become personalized, skills based, and more accessible. Teachers won't disappear, but they'll become learning coaches. We have to remember that tech isn't neutral. If we want AI to create equal opportunities, access needs to be universal and fairness built in from the start. You're already experiencing this through your AI school. Keep questioning, experimenting, and using these tools. You're on the front lines of this education revolution.
Yeah, thank you so very much, Maya, for discussing this with me. This topic I really enjoyed to conversate with you. I hope you had a great time with me, also. So thank you so very much for being here, and thanks to the audience who are watching this interview and who watched this interview after this live session. Thank you so very much. Inshallah, I'm going to meet you all of you in the next interview. Take care of yourself and Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.